Hey guys, we'll be making this wheat garlic bread today and I'll be showing it to you in two ways. The first one is with yeast and the second one is without yeast. Yeast वाले के लिए आपको warm water लेना है and make sure that your water is warm and not hot. To this I'll be adding little bit of sugar and salt and I'll keep on stirring it. Next, I'll be adding 1 tablespoon of yeast. Now, the yeast that you use, make sure that your yeast is not dead. How do you get to know that? When you add your yeast, you mix it and then you rest it aside for like 10 to 15 minutes. It forms like a different layer on the top. If the layer is formed, you get to know that your yeast is activated and ये आपके डो को फुलाएगा. अगर ऐसा नहीं होता है तो it will make no change whatsoever. So I'm just stirring the yeast here and then I'll cover it and rest it aside for like 10 to 15 minutes. After this, I'll be taking a bowl in which I'll be taking 1 cup of wheat flour. If you want to use maida, you can use maida as well. So 1 cup of wheat flour. In this I'll be adding red chili flakes, I'll be adding some oregano, I'll be adding a little bit of salt, just to get the flavor. It is absolutely your choice and आप अपने टेस्ट के हिसाब से डाल सकते हो. Also I'll be adding a little bit of sugar into it. I'll be also taking some baking powder and baking soda. 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 tablespoon of baking powder and some curd. Now curd is the replacement for yeast. So curd will help to rise the dough. Hence, we are using curd. Taking some water to knead the dough. First, you just add a little bit and thoda thoda करके ही आप गूंदना or else it will go excess and you will mess things up. I'm just gonna knead the dough very carefully by adding little amount of water. I'll be also taking some oil and adding oil into it. You can use any oil, whichever oil you wish to, like vegetable oil or sunflower oil, groundnut oil. It's completely your choice. I'll knead the dough really well. I'll just add some oil on top. I'll cover it and I'll rest it aside. Now when you're using curd, you have to rest it for like good 8 to 10 hours. तभी आपका डो जो है वो अच्छे से फूलेगा and then your garlic bread would be really fluffy. I actually kept it like for 2 hours and it didn't really make a huge difference. It was okay, it was noticeable, but it wasn't that great. So I am resting it for like 2 hours, but you need to rest it for 8 to 10 hours minimum. After that, my dough is like risen a little bit. It's not much, it's just a little bit. Then I'll be sprinkling some salt and taking my dough. I'll spread it and I'll start, bellowfying it. I don't know what the word is. So I'll just start rolling my dough into a nice round shape. You have to make sure that it's not too thick. You have to make sure that it's not too thin. It just should be right, ekdam perfect medium amount. After this, I'll be making a mixture which is of melted ghee or butter. If you have butter, then very nice, excellent. To which I'll be adding some crushed garlic and coriander and chopped coriander to be very precise. And then I'll just take the mixture and spread it, on the roti that we just have. ये मैं पूरी रोटी पर करूँगी. इसके बाद जो है मैं चीज़ लूँगी, which is grated cheese, and I'll add it to the half portion. सिर्फ आधी portion पर मैं चीज़ डालूँगी so that I can take the half remaining portion जिस पे कुछ भी नहीं है. I'll turn it over. So while you're turning the remaining half portion, you have to make sure that you seal the edges. So I'll be taking some water and sealing the edges. That's it. I'll turn my half edge and I'll just seal pack them. After this, I'll be taking the same mixture which was crushed garlic and butter one and I'll apply it on the top. Make sure you don't go overboard with it. बहुत कम लगाना. What you see on your screen right now is a lot. तो प्लीज़ ये मत करना, आप काफ़ी कम लगाना. एंड ऊपर से ओरेगैनो एंड चिली फ्लेक्स मैं स्प्रिंकल कर दूँगी. देन आई टेक अ नाइफ एंड आई कट देम. आई वोंट एंटायरली कट देम, बस थोड़ा सा एक ऐसा कहते हैं कि सिर्फ चाकू लगाना जिसको कहते हैं, सो दैट व्हेन इट्स बेक्ड आप उसको आराम से तोड़ के खा सकते हो. जस्ट लिटिल बिट, यू डोंट हैव टू कट इट एंटायरली. After this, I'll be showing it to you on my microwave setup, which is on gas. So एक कढ़ाई के अंदर salt and then a plate. The plate you use उसकी हालत कुछ ऐसी होगी, so be careful with it. And then I'll be placing the garlic bread in this oven setup, and I'll let it happen for like good 20 to 30 minutes, and after that you see the result in front of you. It was crispy, it was delicious, it was cheesy. So do give this recipe a try, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, bye guys.